Now, Tibetan master speaking about crisis is so wise and he's so penetrating. He says that there are only 3 crises. Then I said, if there are 3 crises, what are these millions of crises? So after meditation and digging the books and thinking about it, I found out that all of the crises are parts of these 3 crises. It's very interesting. What is the first crisis? It's so interesting. First crisis is called, in his language, crisis of individualization. Second one is called crisis of reorientation. These are very important words, you see, that you cannot find in dictionaries, their explanations. The third one is crisis of initiation. Now let's take the first one, crisis of individualization. What is crisis of individualization? This happened millions years ago, and secret doctrine says that it happened 19 or 18 million years ago, when man was an animal. And he was living in group consciousness, in consciousness of the crowd, of the masses. He didn't have his own consciousness. The planetary guide or the planetary leader asked from the space to have some kind of help so that these animal human beings become real human beings. As for example, a man that is in the tummy of their mother, of his mother, he is one with the mother. He is not individualized yet. When individualization comes, when he becomes a new entity by himself or herself. Now, in the same way, the mass consciousness of human animals were totally automatic, mechanical. No one person at that age was able to follow his own initiatives or thinking or plans or purpose, because it is a mass consciousness like herd consciousness. For example, if your ship is running this way, all ships start running that way. If a noise comes and you see a herd, all run that way. Nobody stands and says, let's think. Maybe it is coming from this way. That was the animal condition. When the planetary guide or the leader asked from the space, we are told that billions and billions of angels came to dwell in the human aura, to make him a self-conscious entity. Now this took 2-3 million years. And the story is written in the Cosmos in Man and Science of Meditation, but I'm going to keep very short here. They entered into human aura and it became our solar angel, our soul, our guide, inner guide. And human beings, for the first time, began to think. The thinking moment of human being is the moment that he is individualized. He is not now a mechanical part of a great machine, but an individual that has his own destiny, his plans, and his initiatives. Now, this is the crisis of individualization. Why he calls this crisis? Because when the angels approached the human aura and wanted slowly to control his computer, the mind, the emotions, and the body, the man rejected it. He couldn't believe that some outside force is going to control it. So this took many, many million years, and secret doctrine says that billions of people were shocked and passed away because they couldn't hold the new shocks that came from the space. Now this was a great crisis. But those people, first they were maybe 10,000, 5,000 people, when these people were able to adjust themselves to this new electrical current, let's say, they became the leaders of humanity in future ages. Because they were the first ones that recognized the teacher that is within them, and they try to communicate with him and live according to the plan that this inner guide is presenting to them. Did you get that?